Welcome to a Saturday in Salt Lake City, everyone, and it means bracket play is about to kick off. And that's what I love to hear at the start of the day. Not just our voices, Andy, but the voices of the crowd here in SLC as well. And what a fantastic game we've got to kick off the Saturday here. We've got Optic versus Quadrant. Now, this game is a rivalry.
It really is, and who would have thought an opportunity for revenge for Optic at this point in the season? The world champions now finding themselves as the 5th seed against the 3rd seeded Quadrant. Not only that, but also having most recently been eliminated from their own tournament by Quadrant.
Now, the interesting thing when we look at stats and how these two teams have matched up, we know it's going to be close. They are 1-1 in bracket play against each other. And the last event, like you mentioned, it was Quadrant who eliminated Optic Gaming from the tournament. Now, that's not going to happen right now. We're in the upper bracket. But if Optic loses this match and falls to the elimination bracket, maybe some alarm bells, Andy.
You got to wonder. So much riding on this series right now. As we said, for Quadrant to come in with the number 3 seed, a huge surprise. Of course, a historic result coming off of Arlington. Can they keep it up? Can they stay within the top 3? Here we go. We're underway on Saturday.
I got a smile on my face as we get into the first game of the day. We're going to be on the new map, Solitude. We've got King of the Hill to start things off, but just taking ourselves out of this match for a second while we see the opening break, Andy. The last time, we saw these teams go up against each other, it went to a Game 5. And guess what the Game 5 is in this series as well?
Guess what? Slayer on Streets. You saw it last time. A 50-48 could await us. A rematch there on that Slayer Streets. If we get to that game number 5, we'll have to see. Let's go Optic chance, by the way, early on. And everyone likes what they see. TriPPPeY wins another battle here over at A.
Yeah, really good to win an early battle against Lqgend as well. We heard Gaskin talking about him on the desk, and he's saying that he is a special kind of player, and the world is starting to realize just how good he is as well. But TriPPPeY with a really good start here, but when you're looking at early time, it is SLG for Quadrant inside of this hill. Optic Gaming find themselves 2 dead at the moment, and SLG, he's got a QT.
And you and I should talk about, also, we know that Quadrant's going to be ready. Nice little QT here for SLG, and that's one of the main spots we knew the QT route would be, right? Coming back to S2 all the way to top middle. He still has 1 left. If he wants to execute, he will. Now get right into the thick of it. It's a nice repulse from Formal. A battle of the equipment here.
TriPPPeY's got that sniper rifle, though, and that's going to be 3 dead here for Quadrant. So with around 30% of the hill capped, now you see full control of the map in the hands of Optic Gaming. TriPPPeY standing tall inside of this top middle hill with a sniper in his hands, and with the kills that went their way and the map control they had, it wouldn't be too much of a surprise to see Optic tie this one up.
Yeah, this is very good control here now coming in. The best bit of control, undoubtedly. They will slake a slight lead on your first hill. And really good composure, coordination, and timing on the spawns there for Optic.
Last 2 players
TriPPPeY
from
forced
Optic,
to rotate, though.
just trapped here over at the sniper, and TriPPPeY having to play for that sniper rifle, and that's exactly why. It is the great equalizer when you find yourself down numbers, but Quadrant still working on that hill, trapping them over at snipe here, and 2 have fallen for Quadrant. So even though they did a good job to initially break, it seems like map control has been retaken here, and it's all thanks to this great playing of his life here from TriPPPeY. Oh my goodness, Sica, not just playing lives, SLG have a sweep as well. It's a triple. Lqgend doesn't want to give him the over.
Lqgend says absolutely not. Look at this control, though, from Optic. Beautiful stuff from TriPPPeY. You could feel that multi-kill getting lined up based on their positioning.
Quadrant probably got 1 more push on this hill. Lqgend gets that first kill. Lqgend with the repulse as well. Might be able to turn it on TriPPPeY. And he does exactly that. We talked about this man and what he can do, not just on the European stage now, but on the world stage. That double kill has opened this map back up.
3 dead here for Quadrant. Lqgend, your last player alive. The man on your screen here from Glass is going to be forced into posters now to try to make a route, maybe try to challenge a snipe.
TriPPPeY's going to be there. TriPPPeY has that repulse as well. Sends him back. Did he get that sniper rifle, though? That's the real question. I think it is still down, and now the flank coming in from Formal means that the first kill will go to Optic Gaming. There's the second one, thanks to Lucid. Sica going to challenge and manage to clean up the damage, but Optic in control of the map and in control of the score as well. They'll put that first hill on the board as now we move to the driveway in Tram Hill.
1-0 very comfortably there in the end, and a really good bits of control coming in for Optic Gaming. However, though, they find themselves 2 dead, and why not? Let's get to it early. Listen in with the side of Optic Gaming.
LR hole 2 inhales. TchiK 1 try LR hole. One push my leg.
Bottom dip, running at you.
Kill this guy. LR hole half.
Kill this guy, guys. There's a snipe down. He's in dip.
Top hill.
Yo, top gold, dip. Top gold, dip. Top gold, dip. Nice nade. Absolute dip. Absolute dip.
He's still 1 shot.
Top gold, dip, guys.
Top yellow.
Look at the receptor. Look at the receptor.
Silo on me.
Get it,
Silo
Brad.
one.
One shot LR hole, Brad. 1 shot LR hole. SLG. Low LR hole. 1 shot.
Can we bully mid? Can we bully mid? Can we bully mid? Fight to go. Both here. They're gonna be both.
Yo, LR, Brad. LR.
Gonna be a 2v1 over there.
Go to mid. mid, come in.
LR, weak.
We have some time. How's the LR right now?
Yo, all the way at loop, Check. Two guys loop.
Another one loop.
Loop one shot legend.
I can't see him.
So last guy flounder.
Heard
Bottom dip. Bottom dip and missing one. Yep.
That's
Think
it,
might be
right.
on
Bottom
me.
Priest, going U-turn.
U-turn weak as
Bottom is up.
Watch yard, could be on you. Yard.
Yeah,
they're gonna be yard.
100%
Yard.
yard.
Yo, Barrett, leave it. Yo, Lyle have shields.
I'm gonna cut this off. I'm here, Brad.
So on LR, guys. On LR. He's going front soda.
Get out.
One shot, soda, and there's a guy bottom dip.
Bottom dip, kill me. Bottom dip, guys.
It's a 2v2. It's a 2v2.
We're
Missing one.
Go back to hill. Go back to hill.
I can't. They're on top dip to you.
One shot top dip.
Where's he going?
Top yellow one.
Push this guy, Tom. He's selling gold.
He went yard. Yeah, gold still.
He's one bullet in yard.
Absolutely. Two there, both one.
I spawn bar.
Two guys.
Nice,
Left side,
nice,
close
nice,
left.
nice.
Nice.
Should be cafe.
You have everybody make. Yo, top dip, Brad.
Can hit left driveway here?
Yo, yard BR, guys. Yard
Yard bottom dip. Yard bottom dip.
Got me. Switch there.
Kills me.
Weak dip to you.
Kills weak and once bottom, U-turn weak.
Might need to get it. Close moving dip if they get it.
This guy's still low window.
We saw a lot of stuff from the side of Optic. A lot of it looked good, but the most of the hill time has gone to Quadrant. They hold down that tram. We talk about it being the money hill, Andy. This is the one that you can hold down pretty comfortably. Quadrant showed just that. We're tied up at 1-1.
And they do it fast, right? They keep a lot of time on the board, which is good news for them. They're going to have a lot more clock to play with here. However, minor opportunity for Optic to continue scoring, but APG's actually the first to fall. Formal as well.
Oh, great shots with the Bandit, though, coming in from Lucid, just to give a little bit of a stabilization opportunity here for Optic, as, like you say, the kills did go in the favor of Quadrant. Everyone spawning at Tram and in loop, and with the tension turned away by the last player alive from Optic, now Lucid can move in with some easy shots into the back of Quadrant players. Legend picks up one, but Lucid going to take the opportunity to scrap a little bit of hill time here.
Let's see how he plays this. 2 dead now. He needs to be very careful. Knows that he has to play his life as best he can, try to get some opening damage, but it's 4 players focused on Lucid. Look at that. Very rarely do you see that in a match. All 4 guns focused on him. Great prioritization, but TriPPPeY now has something to say about it.
Ooh, TchiK in the hill. My goodness, those shots from TriPPPeY were clean, and they certainly were true. 3 dead here for Quadrant, as Optic Gaming now have control of that hill, and Lqgend, he's been sniffed out here as well. He's trying to survive inside of blue. He's dipping and diving. Lucid's trying to finish him off with some grenades, but it looks like Lqgend is going to win that one. And that's the second time we've seen Lucid lose some pretty pivotal individual battles in this game.
I was going to say, very rare do you see that. First one was Sica, that last one was Lqgend. You could tell actually by the reaction on Lucid's face that first time he thought, man, would have loved to have had that one back. Well, of course, keep a very close eye on those pids from Lucid.
For now, the Lqgend just trying to anchor down blue at the moment. QT is up top middle. A couple of trades coming in means that the map will be in control of Optic Gaming for now. They're about 70% of the way, I would say, to closing out this hill. So Quadrant maybe have one opportunity, but Formal, he's going to be sniffed out here. He has to be dealt with first. Prioritization is good from Quadrant, but is it enough? Has the damage been done elsewhere for Quadrant to move in on this hill? Sica going to be challenging APG, and Sica with that double leaves TriPPPeY is last alive.
TriPPPeY's your last player alive here. Let's see what happens. Needed to be a little bit more pressure coming in from Quadrant. TriPPPeY stays alive on dip somehow. It's a big play from him.
Sica trying to play his life as well, trying to keep all of these players from Optic Gaming trapped in and around the truck in S1, but it's going to be Optic now who make a desperate slide and attempt into that hill. They will get that final moment. Optic go up by 2-1, and with 1 minute 30 left on the clock, now Quadrant have to start thinking not just about the hills, but the clock as well.
I tell you what, it's the little things. In that trade there, Lqgend flies into Hotel in a 2v1 against Formal. He should not have traded there. That should have been a clean 2v1. If they win that battle in Hotel cleanly, TriPPPeY does not stay alive on dip. They probably win that hill. It comes down to the small details, and now the pressure's on.
SLG having a bit of a slow start in this game as well. I should say a slow game full stop at the moment. He's 4-14, which is very unlike him when it does come to statistics. Now, of course, we haven't seen his point of view for the entirety of this game, so we can't tell the full story, but Lucid's starting to heat up a little bit here. Winning a couple of those pids we were talking about, and it's showing in the score. Optic in control of this snipe side hill.
2 dead here for Quadrant. Like 3 dead for a second. 1 spawner in play as well. Look at TriPPPeY, by the way, in this game. 20-11. Earlier, he was 13-6 when no one else was on double digits. He has continued on that pace.
One thing I love about what Optic are doing on this snipe side hill, they're always doubling up. You can see they're on the snipe ramp at the moment. Lqgend's been dealt with, and he was the worry. QT going to be here for TchiK as well as he resorts back to top middle through that port, but Optic controlling things at the moment. Sica's going to have to do something special to break in this hill. He hits his shots. SLG was there to help him as well. Lucid! What? Gets binned by Sica!
Oh my God, what another individual 1v1 coming in there, finally taken down. What a perfect kill.
And they needed it. Quadrant were on the back foot for the majority of that hill, but now they are inside of it. Now they are controlling it. As that clock continues to dwindle down here. Formal will pick up one on the loop onto TchiK,
Oh,
but then no! He donates one back.
Unlucky for Formal there, sticks himself off of glass. 3 dead though. TchiK is your last player alive.
That was 4 dead. TchiK's just come off respawn, so even though there was a bit of an unfortunate circumstance for Formal, it's left Lucid stood inside of this hill, and it's left Lucid to put the 3rd hill on the board here for Optic Gaming. They are fully in control of map number 1.
Devastating for Quadrant. That could be the salt in the wound and the icing on the cake here. 60 seconds left to play. It might be an Optic Gaming victory lap.
Sniper in the hands of Lucid as well, body onto Sica. Loads of pressure coming in from Quadrant as well. They're trying to force him back, and Lucid will understand the situation and resort to keep that sniper rifle in the hands of Optic. Now, it's a good start again here on this hill from Quadrant, but time a problem. Even though they stood inside of the hill, yes, every time that they find themselves losing kills, it's probably going to be 20 seconds off of that game clock, Andy. But being down by 2 hills, that's a problem for them to deal with.
Right. Right now, it's good game clock management. They've kept it at 57. Very, very disciplined, making sure they maintain hill control. They're going to keep this thing interesting here. Already 75% of the way done.
Lucid's trying to find TchiK. Can't do so. Pressure continues to come in. Lucid's still trying to pick up some kills. And having that little cushion on the hill is going to be good enough for Optic to not to have to force this. They can take their time to break onto Quadrant, but with 45 seconds left on that game clock, there's still enough time for Quadrant to do this. As Lqgend picks up another big kill inside of the dip and around that hill.
See if he can stay alive here. Would be big. 3 dead. Lucid's your last player alive. They should be able to get this hill.
Should be able to get this hill. Lucid's trapped. He's not going to be able to challenge whatsoever. QT going to go over to Quadrant as well. And I mean, we always say Quadrant are very good at these time-based game types, these control-based game types, and they do leave it late sometimes. 35 seconds left on the clock. Can they do it once again here?
How does he play this QT? 3v3, there it is. Okay, stays alive. Oh, it's a big blade. Beautiful QT usage for the killing spree.
Killing spree 2v2. Back to top middle. Nades raining in. Lqgend. Oh, just at the toenails. Is going to clip him as APG cleans him out. APG with that kill is going to stop the scoring, and now the game clock a problem once again. Optic have no interest in stepping inside of this hill. They want to step into a series lead.
Yeah, it's going to be too tough with the top middle hill here. 5 seconds left. They should be able to get these last 2 kills.
Ooh, Lqgend's inside of that hill. Lqgend's still inside of that hill. Lucid finally deals with it. 5 seconds left on the game clock. Lucid does the damage to clean things up, and Optic Gaming on the main stage here in Salt Lake City will be up by 1.
Comes down to the micro, the small plays. Too many times we saw individual battles or 2v1s that should have been cleanly won from Quadrant. Optic was able to somehow trade and maintain map control. To be honest, we look back at that second hill, it was devastating in Hotel. Gives Quadrant a 2-hill lead to have to come back on. So difficult against a team like Optic Gaming when you got 2 minutes on the clock, and I think they just dug themselves a little bit too deep of a grave early on.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the stats as well, I would point out Lucid lost a couple of individuals, but still goes 20 and 15, and that's good news, as crazy as it sounds, for Optic Gaming, right? To know that one of your best players, your best slayers, lost a couple of pips that he usually wins, and he's still going +5 and doing a huge amount of damage. It means the ceiling hasn't been hit yet for Optic. On the other side of things, it's Lqgend again leading the way in damage for Quadrant. 6.2k for him, but if you're looking at TriPPPeY and Lucid, the duo, they're matching him. They're bettering him.
Yeah, I mean, what a set of hills there from Optic. Just overall game management was better than Quadrant. That's how it has to be said. And even though they weren't necessarily winning every battle, you saw several players once again on Optic going negative as well in the game. However, just outplaying them on certain hills, and it just felt like they had a better grip on the game really throughout the entirety.
Yeah, I think game clock was the big thing, right? There was an early call from Optic. They had that 2-hill cushion, which allows them to just take their time. They don't have to worry too much. They can slay around the hill, and then with the respawns coming in, like I mentioned, there's another 15, 20 seconds off of that game clock, and every time that they do that, they get closer and closer to winning. Quadrant just weren't able to get that set of slays back to back to give them the time to really convert that final hill to tie things up. But now we move into Slayer Live Fire. Very interesting game type, this one. This is one that Quadrant have been pretty damn good at when it comes to their Slayers. Optic Gaming have lost a couple of these recently as well, and I think it's fair to say now we can put the Live Fire being the fortress for Optic to bed. That's a long time ago now, and there's an opportunity for them to come back in this game, tied up at 1-1 before we head into CTF Aquarius, which is going to be ridiculous, to be honest.
We looking forward to that match without a doubt and seeing them play that game type again. But as you say, they got to get through game 2 first. Needs to be a big mental reset here from Quadrant, just believing that they belong on this main stage, remembering that they had the 3 seed above the 5th seeded Optic Gaming, right? Let's not forget here as we get ready to get into game number 2.
Well, Live Fire is going to be where we find ourselves. These are 2 players to look at. These are the Slayer stats from this event. TriPPPeY and TchiK, two players who have had quite a few clips on this map as well throughout the seasons. Damage per game for TchiK, 4.7k damage. That is a lot of damage, and TriPPPeY just behind him with 4k himself. Yeah,
I mean, as you said, I think we can both think of, and everyone watching as well, can think of many clips from both of these players on this map. And now we'll see if the series goes 1-1 with a Quadrant win, or if Optic might take a 2-0 lead.
Really important win for Optic in that game, number one. Ooh. Just refills the confidence tanks a little bit for them. Reminds them of why they're here. There's another donation of a kill as TriPPPeY positions himself perfectly. Quadrant not with a good start here. Optic with a very strong one themselves. They have complete control of the overshield side of the map. They have a 2-kill advantage. They have the Shroud, and guess what? They're about to have an overshield as well.
Ooh, this is dangerous, though. I don't know if he's going to have the time. He does. Beautiful Shroud usage. TriPPPeY gets it clean.
Flies a couple of shots into the distance as well, just to back those players off. It's 7-3, the perfect start here. It's gonna be 8-3 as well as he checks that vent once more. Legend not having a good time in and around the chimney at the moment because Santa Claus is dressed like TriPPPeY.
Oh boy, and TriPPPeyy's just picking them all up. This has been the highlight reel opening
what
for
TriPPPeY. What are you doing to him, TriPPPeY?
Killing spree to open, 3 dead.
TriPPPeY running around the map, having the time of his life at the moment. He swaps out a heat wave for a sniper rifle, so short range for long range. Man knows how to use all of these weapons at the moment, and SLG is going to find that out himself.
Wow. Hey, shout out to the observing team for knowing exactly which POV to watch for your opening 6 kills from TriPPPeY. He's 6-0.
Well, Quadrant, you talked about the mental reset. They're going to need to do it again right now. They're going to have to reset the map completely. Play for this next overshield, keep those deaths down, slow the game down. Legend going to be challenging on that overshield. Does good damage, but there's the cleanup coming in from APG. Formal gets another one as well, and I said the overshield is the way back into the game here. Well, 3 of them are dead, again from Quadrant. It's 17-5. Optic are taking over.
And to be honest, I think the Optic boys can tell the story much better than we can here with a lead like that. Let's get into a listen-in with the squad.
Yo, they split off. Bottom mid, one guy.
I heard you.
And there's a guy on Obi.
I'm centered one on Joey.
Absolute bottom mid, guys. Absolute.
There's a guy on Obi.
I can look at him.
Dummy's absolute. It's like
just
all the way out dummy door. Absolute. Okay, yeah.
I'm getting combo. Actually, combo's not up. They have combo.
Absolute, absolute cuts. Wait, one elbow, Tommy. He's on tower. You're behind him.
Tires.
Cuts also. Yo, cuts on the west. Yeah, they have west.
Dummy door.
Keydoor as well.
I see that, Joey. I see that.
Dummy's to the west.
Yeah, stay close.
He's
Come
not
here.
here.
Oh, over here. Dice. I'm gonna beat down Dice with the west. Watch out pillars.
Fight left. That's
bad
fine.
luck pillar. He's
elbow, Joey.
White water top mid.
Bounce tower.
White water top mid.
Shot on tower.
Yo, nice.
Dice in top middle. Dice in top middle.
I get straight.
Dice, he's sitting, going top tower. He's looking up top. You're good. Just run away.
Yeah, there's 3 guys tower side.
Alright, we got snipe at 20. Look at big door real fast. Let's hit the same side.
Green, yeah, hit the same
can we
side.
fight left? Can we just fight left? Nice.
Top mid, one shot trick.
Idiot.
Yo, Keydoor.
Back
at me, I think.
Yeah, he's still down here.
Close.
Has shields. 2 guys here. One more.
Last guy. Fuck this kid up.
Nice. Go tower. Push tower.
Give me a second. Second week. Dummies. Last two. Tires. Absolute top mid. He might drop.
I hear that. I'm gonna look.
Well, the Optic Gaming control stays. Optic Gaming control. Formal, you heard from the comms. He's locked in right now. He wants bodies in front of him, all dressed like Quadrant.
Yeah, I think he said, mess that guy up. I'm pretty sure that's the exact word he said.
Hearing check, mate.
Yeah, that's what he said. 25-15 here. Game came within 5 kills earlier, however, though. Optic Gaming right back in control, maintaining that 10-kill lead.
There was a little bit of a comeback from Quadrant in that, though. They get that overshield, but then they just donated a couple of kills. I think they were just trying to maybe push the pace a little bit too much and keep Optic on the back foot. APG going to be no shields. APG going to be taken down, and somehow SLG staying alive here, and he does it beautifully. 3 dead for Optic. TriPPPeY the last alive, and TriPPPeY been spotted out bottom middle, but he gets one onto Sica.
Almost gets a second one as well in the end. So we take a look here, 27-20, keeping the game close, Quadrant.
Overshield coming up pretty soon as well. And Optic trapped at the moment. Oh, TriPPPeY uses the pillars and somehow escapes. Sica might be able to get this over. No! APG's going to peel him off, and there comes TriPPPeY again. Perfect timing from Optic on the push. But how different it could have been if SLG hits one of those headshots.
TriPPPeY just zooming through and hits the chonky shots with the heat wave with the 2-tap. And once again, Optic Gaming will get right back into that 10-kill cushion. It's been the same story in both of these games. Optic with an early lead, and it lets them play so aggressive. When you have a cushion like this, you get to take chances that you normally wouldn't be able to. And it's an 11-kill lead.
APG picking up some really important kills as well. SLG trying to force the pace, but he's just running into heat waves, sniper rifles, overshields. It's so tough for Quadrant to find any kind of foothold in this map. It's been dominance from Optic Gaming. It's more dead It's just piles and piles of bodies from Quadrant at the moment. It's 36-22. It's going to have to be something special here to come back from this.
Not easy. Also, when you got Lucid with the Iron Man combo, Repulse and Overshield just flying at you, and he's just absolutely going superhero mode, and it's just been making it look very easy. SLG is your last player alive back. Green, he's dealt with before I could even finish the sentence.
Yeah, I mean, Quadrant struggling a little bit here. It's here for everyone to see. TchiK is going to get a trade, but trades will not win them the game. It's as simple as that. Quadrant needs to go on a run, and Optic need to trade. APG is going to pick up one as well, gives them those numbers. And I've been really impressed with Optic Gaming. It's when we saw the reaction from the Game 1 win as well, it's all smiles. No negative energy whatsoever, and you can see it transferring over into the gameplay here in map number 2 as well.
And speaking of transferring, can we talk about TriPPPeY? He's your last player alive right now, but he's 17-5 in this game. He went from one of the least consistent Slayer players in the league to now undoubtedly the best Slayer player, I would say statistically, that we see typically on the main stage. 17-6 in this game right now.
He's a monster. There's no other word for it. TriPPPeY is a monster in these Slayers. Lucid with the Bandito, going to pick up 2. TchiK going to be challenging from the scoreboard. 7 kills to go here for Optic. I think it's pretty easy to say at this point that this is going to be a 2-0 series lead, and maybe this rivalry is going to go on a little bit longer.
That was the most comical Repulse noise I think we've heard. It looked like it's that of a cartoon. APG heating up.
Oh, straight in the guts for SLG. That one's going to hurt. As now Optic Gaming just have the home stretch in front of them. 5 to go. APG with 10 assists in this game. And now he's got an opportunity to bring himself into the positive KD as well with a couple sniper rifle bullets. Well, place ones onto Quadrant players too.
Love this from Optic as well. Look at the lead they have, and they're still playing so disciplined. APG somehow stays alive. What on earth? 2 kills to go.
4 more is going wild, by the way. In the meantime, there's one for APG. He's 10-10 now. The perfect stats from APG for a support player. 0 KD, 11 assists, contributing to everything, taking down everyone. And dropping shields left and right. It's 1 more to go here. Formal's going to push in onto Lqgend. This should be the final kill. There it is. Optic Gaming looking terrifying here on the main stage. They're up 2-0.
Terrifying, the only way to put it. We knew that Optic Gaming was going to come into this tournament in one of 2 ways, prepared or unprepared. And I think these first 2 games has very clearly indicated that they are looking to turn their season around and get back on World Championship form. They lead now 2-0.
This looks like the Optic that we've been waiting to see for a few events now. Everybody seems to be working together so conclusively and so convincingly. Everyone's hitting the shots. The teamwork is there, but the thing that's really standing out to me, Andy, is the aggression we're seeing from Optic as well. When they're getting that first kill, they are looking for the 2nd, 3rd, 4th as quickly as they can. They are not letting Quadrant breathe. And I think that's something they've gone away and worked on for sure.
So impressed once again, like I said, but it was 46-32 or so, and APG sitting back. And they're just playing still so disciplined, even at times they don't need to. But how about this run from TriPPPeY to start this game off in the fashion he did? Unbelievable. Montage reel to start the game.
I mean, if you want to beat Optic on Aquarius Slayer or Livefire Slayer, you can't let TriPPPeY get the heat wave. How many clips this season have been from TriPPPeY with a heat wave, TriPPPeY with a heat wave? He is so good with the weapon in his hands, and you might think, yeah, it's easy to hit a heat wave, right? It's not one of the most difficult guns in the game to do damage with, but it's the routes that he takes with it. He makes the positions he's in always advantageous to win the fight with that heat wave. He's brilliant.
I mean, brilliant is all you could say at this point in the game. 15-4, just unbelievable performance. I mean, to be honest, none of these players have any business putting up numbers like that on the main stage. And like we said, let's not forget, this team eliminated Optic Gaming last event. So to be doing this in a revenge match is even sweeter for TriPPPeY. They lead 2-0.
And all the momentum on the side of Optic Gaming right now. 1 more game, 1 more map, and they can walk away saying, hey, maybe Arlington was a fluke. But for the Green Wall, they've got to get the job done, and Aquarius Capture the Flag is a game type that we've seen these two go back and forth on. Optic looked like they controlled it the last time that we saw them play against each other, but it was Quadrant who came out with the win. So Optic are going to have to keep the nous about them here. They're going to have to stay on top of their game because Quadrant will not need to be asked twice to put those flags on the board.
Absolutely right. They're going to have to play the entirety of the game clock. Optic Gaming learned that lesson the hard way last time. Ooh, TriPPPeY actually gets a little bit caught out there. In the end, the 2 will fall for Optic. A little bit of an early advantage for Quadrant off the first push.
Yeah, most importantly, keeping TriPPPeY away from that heat wave. Formal going to be taken down as well. So a strong start here by Quadrant. And look at this double flank coming in on the P side from Quadrant. trapping all of the players from Optic Gaming on the car side. They got that flag moving. Legend's in position to do some damage. Now, can they pick up the kills they need to clear the way? APG's weak bottom middle, but Formal off of the respawn is causing problems. P1, 2v2 on the map, although it becomes an Optic advantage with them picking up 3 kills. This should be a flag going back home.
Yeah, Legend was your last player alive. I imagine he'll get taken out here, you would think, though the thrust makes it a little bit tricky.
Flag did get touched though, by the looks of things. And APG has fallen, so Quadrant keeping this one scrappy, keeping this one interesting, as TchiK picks up yet another kill. And you can see Formal is split on what to do here. He knows he's got weak players in front of him, he has to deal with them, and Legend wins the fight. It's 3 dead here for Optic, APG trying to deal with Legend, but Legend causing problems.
Ooh, and they take him out. SLG flies off the spawn and gets a touch as well. This flag should go.
No one here for Optic to stop this one. And even though it's been a slow series for Quadrant, it's a hot start in game number 3, and boy, did they need it.
How about Legend staying alive bottom middle the way that he did and just using the thrust to buy time for the team, and somehow off the respawn, they get the cap in. But guess what? 2 dead here. Formal and Optic want to counter.
Another kill picked up by TriPPPeY as well, so Formal has the opportunity to run this flag, hit the slide. But Legend is behind enemy lines. The question is, have they sniffed him out? Do they know he's there? Looks like 3 players are shadowing him back, so he's going to be taken care of. Legend does pick up 1 and stays alive in the back of the base. And oh my god, Legend somehow stays alive long enough, even with the flag going in, to pick up the kills and put Optic 4 in the death screen.
4 in the death screen. That flag should have been pulled off the stand unless Legend gets taken down the end. He does. It's a late start to the run here. The flag will start. And now we have a full QT here coming in for SLG for these angles. Beautiful use. And he's now going to be a menace with this QT.
I mean, SLG loves these kind of weapons, loves these kind of power-ups. And now you're going to see TriPPPeY trying to stop this flag run. Lucid's been taken down. It should be a run in here for Sica, but no, he gets eliminated as well. TriPPPeY in a position now to get the return. And Quadrant, who looked like they were in a position to put their second flag in, are being counter-capped themselves.
It's going to return. It just missed time the QT. I swear if he hits that QT, that flag probably comes back home. But somehow in the last frame, dies before the QT hits. Look at the shots from TriPPPeY.
3 dead for Quadrant. I mentioned counter-cap, but it's a very real opportunity now as APG is going to keep that flag moving. Lucid on the hunt. He knows there's someone here, and he spots out TchiK as well, but TchiK gets the kill onto the flag runner. Now he's got to buy time for the rest of Quadrant.
Lucid now with a noisy cricket. Finally gets taken down. 2 dead for Optic.
What an electric start to this game number 3 has been. Back and forth, returns at the last second. And now Quadrant try and get a flag moving themselves. Will be slowed down here by TriPPPeY, as now all of the Optic members are back on the map. Legend will pick up 1 and be traded out. 2 players on the pink side here. They're going to have to be dealt with. Sica takes the shields down, but TriPPPeY does exactly the same in return, and the flag will be sent home. So a little bit of silence on the map for just a second here, which, to be honest, I kind of need to catch my breath.
It's true. It's good to take a moment here. 1-1. Things settle down for the first time. You're absolutely right, Mark. 3.5 minutes of non-stop, absolutely hold-forward gameplay. And things take a breather just for a split second. That was 2 dead for Quadrant, 2 dead for Optic as well. This will make it 3. Last player's APG.
Last player APG, and what a double kill that is from Legend as well. APG is going to try and cut down SLG as he forces that flag. And won't be able to do so for now. Now, where is SLG? And can they find APG? As the 2 players with 3 letters trying to kind of have a little individual battle of avoiding each other, trying to survive. The flag is back on the shroom stairs, but the kills are everything now. Lucid's going to get 1. They double hop the re. They should go home.
Oh my god, look at that from APG. That is beautiful. It's going to be 4 dead here on TchiK as well. Look at APG staying alive the way he did. Last player alive on car 1. You can't let him do it.
And that's why you don't look at stats, everyone, all the time. APG ends up picking up 1 kill and all of that, but what did he do? He creates a counter-cap opportunity. He gets a return. And even though the flag is there, it's on the stand. 3 Optic players are dead, and Quadrant are running 1 themselves.
Are you kidding me? Oh my god, the game stays 1-1. A last-second return from Quadrant. Unbelievable now. They're running past the 50-yard line.
You cannot believe what you are seeing right now. Aquarius CTF between these 2 teams never disappoints, and now you're going to see Optic Gaming in the death screen. Quadrant 2-1 up.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Might have to call for a listening pretty soon. I'm not going to lie here. 7 minutes left on the clock. Quadrant up 2-1, and it's been non-stop counter pulls. One of the fastest paced Aquarius CTFs we have seen in a very long time.
Sica was running that flag again. Interesting to see it attempted on the P side, but that grenade from Lucid just picked up 2. So now TchiK is thinking about surviving, buying time, and trying to win his individual battle here against Formal. Formal has the shield advantage for now. Oh, look at that response from TchiK. My goodness, he almost turns 2 as well. but the flag has been returned by Optic. So Formal does his job winning his individual, and now we have an opportunity, Andy, as I look at you in the eyes, to catch our breath.
Still can't breathe. Whew. As you say, what an unbelievable opening to this game, and now we can almost say the midway mark to this game as well. Still 2-1 here in favor of Quadrant 3 Dead. APG is yet again your last player alive.
Well, as Quadrant get those 2 kills, it is an opportunity for us to catch our breath.
God.
Let's jump in with the French team's comms and see what Quadrant are trying to do.
Je suis un en shrooms. Je sais pas si vous pouvez voir.
Alors, moi, tu peux peut-être les push en bulle, non, ok.
Oui, sur moi, mort.
Moi, jette mon flag,
Il y avait un mec, et ça remonte en flag chez eux.
Les flags, il court, hein, je sais pas ce qu'il fait.
Il va en bridge, moi.
Moi, je suis carré.
Gen, il va Gen. Il est Gen toujours.
Chat aussi qui va flag.
Et un mec exit.
Chat en flag avec un dash.
Moi, je suis carré.
Un qui va sur les Elec.
Chat jet bleu.
Y'a un mec à notre...
Oui, watch chat jet bleu.
Mort, je te regarde. Y'a un mec à notre cut, je regarde.
Il y en a un cut, c'est le dernier, vous pouvez run, c'est le dernier.
J'avance vers toi, je te laisse.
Tu peux run, ça passe, je te dis quand ça se run, run.
Je me dis cut.
Alors,
il est cut chez nous.
Pas si c'est un putain de com. Il est qu'un weak.
Et y'a un mec P2 qui va trop vite.
Oh, as we jump back in, it's TriPPPeY picking up a double kill with that beautiful thrust. And off the back of it, Quadrant find themselves 4 dead. Optic with the opportunity to get into that base and get it moving.
And Optic knows they don't want to give Quadrant any room to get back into this series here. They want to end it in this 3rd game.
Look at this from TriPPPeY. He's waiting for the collapse from Lucid and Formal. He buys it. He plays it perfectly. He buys it all the time that's needed. What a play that is from TriPPPeY and Optic. They run it on the pink side, but the patience and how he denied the line of sight just by holding that flag, that's going to tie the game up. No one's here for Quadrant. Even though some shots are coming across the map, TriPPPeY runs it home, and that is brilliance from Optic Gaming.
Beautifully done there. He just holds the flag, as you say. He said, hey, guys, let me know how it looks. I'll come out once it's safe. And, of course, when you send Lucid into the fridge with the heat wave, he's going to clean it out. Game tied 2-2.
4 minutes 35 left on the game clock as well. Quadrant 2 in the death screen for now. Sica now last alive. Optic trying to push forward across that 50-yard line once more. Formal just searching for a little bit of damage before they do commit, though.
QT up at 23. We've seen it be a little bit of a factor here. Tick for Formal as well. He's going to get some info off of that and probably win this battle into Gen, but the help comes in from SLG.
Lqgend going to be trying to stay alive. 2-2 still. And now you're seeing with the game clock starting to dwindle down, how both teams are starting to play for what they believe might be the final flag cap of this game, Andy. Everybody trying to make sure it's the perfect run. It can't be risky because a counter cap at this point could be game over.
See what Lqgend could do here. Nice job here to just control car 3. Now, see if we can get this QT. Maybe make a late play with a 3:40 left on the clock. Still a lot of time to play.
QT gives them the opportunity to retake power positions after being aggressive. TriPPPeY's going to get one, though, and that's going to make Legend's job a little bit more difficult. APG's going to challenge, and he doesn't even hit the QT. Doesn't even get the chance to go back to top middle. And now Sica falling as well, leaves SLG on his own.
A lot of pressure here for SLG. Needs to play this slow. But as we saw from APG, one player alive can really be all the difference.
The thrust isn't good enough! Because you're going up against Lucid! 2 dead on either side, though. Lucid down to no shields. Sica going to be challenging top middle. And will manage to take him down. So the 50-yard line, no one in control at the moment as Optic find themselves 3 dead, and TriPPPeY tries to keep that pressure on.
We raised questions earlier about Lucid's 1v1s, and that's quite a one to win there against a thrust player. 2 dead for Quadrant now. Advantage on the side of Optic.
Sica trying to play his life. He's got that heat wave. However, he's got 2 Optic players flying at him, and he's not even going to get a trade in that position. Optic overwhelm Sica inside of the Gen. And now they're overwhelming Quadrant. 1 dead for Optic, but 3 dead for Quadrant. TriPPPeY is running this one past the halfway mark. And with 2 minutes 30 left on the clock, this could be the one that puts them in the lead.
And they get a Gen spawner as well. This one should go home. They've got all the help they need. He's actually going to thrust and stay alive. Nice work from TriPPPeY. APG should be able to bring this one, but they might just wait for shield. Not over yet. Should be able to go. Yes, he gets the touchdown. They get the game leading flag here, 3-2 with 2 minutes left.
And it could be a series winning flag as well for Optic Gaming. They are 2 dead though. And there's no other option for Quadrant but to go forward at this point. They need to get that flag on the board. They need to be aggressive. And they are picking up the kills required to get the flag moving as well. TriPPPeY's trying to challenge Lqgend from that fridge spawner. No flag moving as yet. But Optic now find themselves 3 dead. Lucid last alive. The QT wasn't there in time. And now Lqgend Well, he's just got TchiK for support, and Lucid is going to make the play to stop that flag.
Beautiful wins from Lucid, not just the second kill, but the first kill as well, which kept him alive and gave him a chance to make the next 3 plays. Maybe make it 4 as the killing spree for Lucid, and a few extra crouches as well.
Oh, Optic going to think about another flag here, a security flag. TriPPPeY picks up one as well, but there's Sica being a little sneaky beaver in the back of the base. He finds one to shut down this push.
Lucid 25 and 18 here. Sica, though, picks up a kill to give them a 2-man advantage.
Oh,
the turn
Sica!
on Formal will make it 3 dead for Optic here. 60 seconds left on the clock.
Lucid last alive. Sica's going to find him. Sica's going to hit some good shots, but not enough to get the kill. Lucid will be taken down, though. SLG is there for the cutoff. Quadrant are running this flag, and SLG is cutting down Optic players. They're going to tie the game up with less than a minute left.
And we wouldn't have it any other way. As we said, whenever these two teams match up on this game type, it is fiery. And this game is absolutely no exception. Still 2 dead for Optic Gaming. 43 seconds left. Will Quadrant do it again with back-to-back caps?
Now it's a test of the mettle of Optic Gaming. The flag is moving for Quadrant. The spawns are on the fridge here for Optic. Damage been done. Thrust not good enough. TchiK picks up the kill. And the road is open for Lqgend. Quadrant, they were down a flag a second ago. Now they'll lead the game with 20 seconds left.
It is deja vu on your screen.
Optic
we see it again.
Optic are trying to run this flag though. SLG taken down, it's 3 dead. And Lucid runs the flag.
Big 1v1 here against Sica.
Formal gets the pickup. Formal's running this car 1. There's only 3 seconds left on the game clock. The pie chart's gonna pop. But here's TchiK. Here's TchiK, he gets 1. He didn't get the beat down, he didn't get the damage onto APG though, and APG will be able to pick this one up. Quadrant 3 dead. Optic, sudden death, no problem. Tie the game up.
Oh
my God.
My God. This is incredible. And this is only your first series of the day. We're into overtime here. Optic Gaming with a very late sudden death flag cap to tie things up and set us into OT.
They had 20 seconds. 20 seconds to cap a flag and Optic do it. Now it's next flag wins.
This is unbelievable. Already incredible atmosphere here in Salt Lake City.
Oh my God, there's a complete split on the map at the moment. Quadrant are looking to run this pink, and Sica's just picked up a double kill. Formal got that flag moving for Optic, but Quadrant are in position here to maybe do something. And Sica picks up another. He's gonna get the return, but where's the flag? SLG's P1, the Optic flag is down P1. They get the touch! Optic at 3 dead, last player's APG.
APG gets pushed back, pink 1 as well. Big 1v1 here between APG and SLG.
He's gonna force it, he gets the cutoff! TchiK is there for the support. APG trying to do what he can. They forgot about APG.
TchiK went flag. TchiK did not follow the flag. APG's probably going to hop this one.
He's got the thrust.
TchiK gets the touch.
He gets the touch. Quadrant in sudden death. No! Don't get the flag quite yet, but Lqgend puts it in. My God, I'm exhausted. But Quadrant send us to a game 4. Are we allowed to substitute?
My goodness. One of the best matches of CTF Aquarius we have ever seen on a main stage. And look at the composure in the late game. You thought APG might be coming back to upset the hopes and dreams of Quadrant yet again. TchiK doesn't fight the 1v1. He pulls the flag back into flag, gets a spawner in the back flag, and they bring it in within only about 90 seconds of OT.
Can we talk about the strategy?
Whatever you'd like.
Quadrant run the flag pink side. They overwhelm pink side. Now, how many times do you see that off the rip on Aquarius? It's always about getting top mid control, controlling the gens. That's your traditional run. Optic tried that, but they were counter-stratted brilliantly. And in this moment here, the kills are picked up. SLG forces it round that corner.
TchiK actually goes back into the flag here to clear flag. So the flag stays on connector here. APG, you think, is about to win this pit at least. However, look at the play here from TchiK. This is Mad Men level. Perfectly timed there. SLG comes in off the spawn with help as well. And then you get the spawner. TchiK is not the one to cap. It's the back flag spawner that makes it happen.
Lqgend will slide in here to get that final touch, but I mean, what was the exact phrase that SLG used in that game 5 win? That's our super secret strat. Don't want us that. maybe we've just seen another one coming in for Quadrant there.
Quadrant back on the board, signs of life for them now. And what we thought might have been, based on the final moments of regulation, when there was only about 60 seconds left to play, Optic Gaming still leading there. What we thought was going to be a guaranteed Optic 3-0 is anything but now. Series is on, 2-1 in favor of Optic Gaming, but Quadrant now riding off of the momentum of that game number 3.
And one game type, and Matt, we didn't see these two teams play back. The Optic Gaming Invitational was, of course, Recharge. Wasn't in the rotation for that event. Well, it is now. So this is somewhat of an unknown. We know Optic on their ball games are very good, though. Quadrant on this map, though, hey, surprise, surprise, they're pretty good as well. If you were planning on maybe making lunch a little bit early today, well, keep the sandwiches in the fridge because we could be going the distance here. It's game 4, and Sica. How many big plays did he make in overtime there?
I mean, especially, how about the 1v1 against Lucid? He drops off a QT and wins the 1v1 against Lucid from the courtyard to make that flag even possible. 3 dead, though, off the opening. Lqgend, your last player alive. That will be a clean camo grab for TriPPPeY.
Yeah, really good start there from Optic Gaming. Formal played his life really well just to bait out Sica, and now the Optic fans are trying to get behind the green wall, understandably as well. Flank from SLG is not good enough. They overwhelm the pipes, and now you have the ball in the hands of Formal and the Predator combo, the camo and the shock here in the hands of TriPPPeY.
So beautifully done from TriPPPeY. It's just textbook. To grab everything, to drop the ball into pipes, and then still win the 1v1 as help comes in as well. That'll be the first 15 points on the board for Optic Gaming.
Lqgend. Oh, the camo disappeared at just the wrong time for TriPPPeY, but he's got every piece of equipment in Halo Infinite, so he should be able to get out of that position and manages to do so.
Manages to do so indeed. It's a little bit of a rotate here. Things slow down. Optic going to be playing this very disciplined, all the way back to the pizza, eventually picks up the kill.
3 dead here for Optic. TchiK will pick up that ball momentarily. Formal last alive, trying to push in on the pipes and gets the spawns for Optic as well. So Quadrant trying to rotate this ball over to the Longhorn blue at the moment, and Formal going to pick up that shock. Now he has the opportunity to cut this off. But it looks like a full setup is here for Quadrant, although Lucid has just pushed a little bit of a hole in it. Formal with a nice shot onto Lqgend to take him down, and now you're seeing that ball being forced to be played bottom mid from Quadrant, but not barely a second between the teams. It's 17-14 in this round number 1.
Yeah, good play ball there from Quadrant, though, whose bodies were dropping on their side, and now, as you see, Formal would have loved to have grabbed the ball and tries to predict the strafe back on the crate from Lqgend. It doesn't pay off in the end. He'll just end up with an assist. TchiK with an important 1v1. APG is your last player alive.
3 dead hit. TriPPPeY comes off respawn and tries to do some damage. No one from Quadrant has been in position to get that oddball, so it's now back to a battle for map control and the camo as well. Looks like Quadrant putting up a little bit more of a fight for it this time. SLG should be the player to scoop this one up, although some damage is coming in, I was going to say, from the pipes. No one's still got their hands on it, somewhat surprisingly, but there's a grapple here.
No, just misses it by a pixel, maybe.
He just does it with style. It's just Lqgend things. He meant to do that.
Makes it happen. As long as he gets away with it, we won't reference it ever again. It's nice little catching Lucid off guard here. Lucid's going to have to scurry away. Tied up game here. Very nice second hold from Quadrant and impressive game management from them.
Lucid's still alive. Lucid now dead. 2 dead for Optic Gaming as Quadrant do try and make this play. TriPPPeY spots out Lqgend, but he avoids the bolt from the green gun and manages to keep himself in a position to put pressure on. Now, TriPPPeY has big responsibility here. If he hits this shot, then it would not only take the camo out, but will also open up an opportunity for Optic to get that ball back into pipes. But has enough time been bought by Quadrant with that play to maybe slow down this Optic call.
And look how much respect is being afforded to both sides. Finally, it's 3 dead for Quadrant. Finally, a ball grab for APG. He barely gets away as well.
Does get away, though.
So much respect being shown by both sides, though.
Does get away, and you're quite right. The respect being shown. Nobody wants to overextend for a kill at this point. They know 1 kill can turn into 2, 3 so quickly with how talented both squads are. TriPPPeY gets one, Lucid gets another. So now there's going to be a full rotation towards blue here from Optic Gaming. It's a great setup for them on the map here. There should be some guaranteed time.
One of my favorite things to watch is APG running objective, especially on oddball, because he will out-rotate your team and make you look absolutely ridiculous, oftentimes as the last player alive. Once again, perfect game management here, definitely getting the comms to not play. Otherwise, he would have, so that's interesting.
Lucid on the flank, though. Will be last player alive. So the question is anyone going to be able to take him down? Lqgend, oh my god, he grapples back up and puts some 4 dead. The play ball did come in, though. Yep. So Optic got that ball off the map, and now they can fight for control again.
Yeah, very interesting there. Of course, APG, if he had gotten the communication to play the ball immediately, he would have. However, the comms came in not to play because they had an extra player who could have played in that scenario. So once again, it's good ball management, but a double kill killing spree coming in here for Lqgend.
Lqgend looking for more as well. APG going to be trying to stop that rotate and manages to do so. Lqgend will pick the ball up, and I'll tell you what, if I know Lqgend, he's probably going to challenge this on APG as well. APG will poke through. He does challenge, and he does get the kill! APG, no trade for you, and now Quadrant run away with that ball in their hands.
APG definitely wondering, shaking his head, wondering what might have happened there. Before that, a great stretch of play. TriPPPeY's your last player alive, and now it's Quadrant's turn to rotate the ball a bit.
Interesting to see what they do here. If they try and rotate back to pipes, or they continue towards blue. I think
Legends wondering the same thing.
Yeah, I think a lot of that's going to depend on where the kills come in. You can see that a couple of kills have been picked up either side, so now it's a case of, okay, if everyone's dying either side of me, I'll just stand still. Back to pipes is the call. Can they stop him getting on the cross? No, they can't. Optic won't be able to cut him down. And now you see Quadrant go into a lead. 1 minute 42 left on that game clock.
TchiK with a very big 1v1 win there in pipes. If Formal wins that 1v1, it's a very good chance Legend gets taken down as well. So great play by TchiK. As Quadrant, as you say, now in the lead here with 141 left.
Big damage coming in from Legend, but can they clean it up? TchiK trying to do what he can, but look at those shots coming in from TriPPPeY. He has the shock rifle as well, and now SLG left on his own. And TriPPPeY realizes, even though I've got the goodies, the thing that's going to win us this game is the oddball.
Crispy shots there from TriPPPeY into the bat ledge. That last bit of the burst, just the one to do the damage. Pressure, though, coming in here. Tie game at 48.
Wow. Quadrant cut him down. They stopped that rotate. And now Legend might be running into trouble. Formal will take him down on the rotate, and Formal going to force the play ball. So Quadrant, even though they pick up the kills, they're now going to have to go all the way back to fight for that map control. Sica is there, though, up on the bat ledge. And we'll be able to cut off this pipes push coming in from Optic as SLG now has the shock.
Sneaky play from Formal. Just sit there on the sword ledge, right? And then last thing they expected was Formal coming around that corner. Very, very quick play ball from him to keep the game tied here at 50.
Lucid going to be challenging. Neither player falling, though. 2 dead here for Optic Gaming. Quadrant have the numbers on the map. But you can see with Lucid staying alive that SLG can't even think about that oddball at the moment. It's a 1-point advantage here for Quadrant. Barely anything at this point. And they prioritize power-ups and positioning over the oddball. Now, Lucid and TriPPPeY stuck together in pipes. Sica, with this camo, has an opportunity to break.
They need to go right now. They still have the man advantage. APG has spawned up, though, here in Whirlpool. That's going to make the push a little bit tougher.
He's going to play his life so well here. Waiting for the damage to come in. Picks up 1, or certainly contributes to that kill. Formal going to be the second in front of him. 2 dead here. As now the double push on the pipes is going to come in from Quadrant. They can't find these last players from Optic. APG going to get spied out. He'll be taken to low shields. But Optic, in this meantime, have gone into a lead. They managed to milk that ball time for just long enough to force Quadrant to have to make a play. And now Legend is going to have to drop and fight. Fantastic rotation and spawn management there, as you say, from Optic Gaming. 3 dead. Legend, your last player alive. And oh my goodness, what a play. What a collapse. He's dead. My God, what a play from Optic Gaming there. APG staying alive. On long haul, waits for the Whirlpool needle damage to come in onto glass, and then they get the next kill, totally catching Quadrant off guard. They got a little bit greedy on there on the out rotate. Yeah, I think the Quadrant overthought that a little bit, to be honest with you. TchiK comes in though, he'll be taken down by APG. Really important kill here, and he might get 2 as well. SOG challenges, 4 dead for Optic. Sica in position to get that ball immediately before the spawns come in as well. Lucid will be first spawner, 8 seconds left. Quadrant really can't afford to drop this ball, but all of Optic are trapped at the elevator, and SLG got that first kill.
Huge. Oh my God, of course we wouldn't have it any other way. Now less than 10 points separating them. 2v2 on the map.
Sica's got to run. Sica's got to try and stay away from the Optic Gaming push. 6 seconds left on the game clock. 1 second left on the game clock. They get into a lead. Lucid in position to maybe cause some problems. Lucid gets the touch of the ball. Optic, can they win it? They win it. 1 second left, and Optic get the 2 seconds they need to win round number 1.
It feels like we cannot have it any other way between these two teams. What a round number 1. Optic Gaming once again with the late game composure, the late game management, and a perfect pinch there on the sneaky ledge to make sure that they had the ball where they needed to close out the game.
So close for Quadrant, but close isn't good enough when 2 teams are this tightly matched. It's Optic now who are 1 round away from winning this series and sending Quadrant to that elimination bracket. And once again off the break here, TriPPPeY's got camo shock.
Same exact thing. Do not adjust your television sets. TriPPPeY with the same controls, same weapons in play here in pipes, and Formal also holding down pipes with him. Should be a collapse here coming in on gold. You'd think the pressure would come, but TriPPPeY's able to answer it, somehow dance around the shots yet again. Picks up a double kill, stays alive. That was 3 dead. SLG was your last player alive. Sica has spawned as well. Right behind him.
Control of Optic. Sica picks up 1. APG will take him down to get that trade. 2 dead here for Quadrant. Should be more ball time here for Optic Gaming as well. Another win coming in from Lucid, and all of a sudden Optic starting to win these individual battles when it matters most in the series.
A little bit of a scrappy opening, however, really just both teams searching for control. Really positive and consistent control before they grab the ball. Once again, a 20-point lead early on for Optic Gaming in their second round. As a reminder, 1 round away from closing out the series.
Was Optic find themselves, like you say, Andy, 1 round away from closing out this series. Let's jump into a listening now with the green wall and see if they can hold this together.
Too long. Too long. Glass. You might die, Tommy.
Have shields, have shields.
Nice. Got him. The other one.
Yep. Still top gold, still top gold.
Cam on 30.
Live up.
Last 2 on gold, last 2 on gold. Just keep living, Red. Don't poke, don't poke that.
Takes one ball after that. Nice shot.
Yo, we can go tower off this, guys.
Let's go.
Okay. Yo, Joey, you and I go tower.
Sica, one shot, absolute commando. Sica, trap.
Camo's coming.
Fight this, Tommy. Fight this.
Yeah.
Glass.
Yeah, C boxes. I'm giving
I gotta beat down. Got one. Another one. Silo.
Have shield silo, have shield
T-pot,
silo.
one shot, SOG. Silo, don't let him play. Don't let him play. Absolute spot right now. Peeking.
Which side?
Too long. Get ball out of there. One's caution.
Yo,
Caution.
Camo, guys, camo.
Absolute C-Series, Tommy. Absolute C-Series. One's behind them.
You're
You
good
guys-
right now,
you guys
bro.
here?
Receive flat.
On camo, guys, on camo. Double stack, have shields.
Blue pipe's weak.
Two double stack.
So much Both weak, Tommy.
Both weak, Red. Caution. Last guy. Nice, Red. Camo was burned.
Yeah, it's burned.
Alright, just keep eyes on ball. Literally bait the fuck out of that for a second.
Yep. I'm glass.
I'm gonna look at it for a second. They might be bat ledge.
We can just play for
Yo, bottom mid.
Free kill. Okay, let's talk. Nice guys.
Half on top. Legend.
Yo, we can start fighting mid now off
Yeah,
that.
turbine weak.
Yo, behind me double stack, guys. Double stack.
Hit the south guy.
Two guys C plat. There's 2 guys C plat. Only one guy top A.
Two-pot. Where's he going? Two-pot, pushing long. One's neither going.
Nice, just live off that,
Grapple Joey. Grapple's gonna jump back ledge a sec. Ball guys. Ball's weak.
Look at it. One more there. Top A.
Triangle weak, guys.
Yeah, top A.
Pushing triangle, guys.
Jumping
Manger
weak.
Yo, on me bat ledge.
I sure I'm hitting game.
Bat ledge, gone grapple.
R2.
On bat ledge, R2.
Bottom A. One's still
R2's half.
weak. Bottom A.
Shock is R2.
Don't jump.
R2. No, got me.
R2 needler.
R2 one shot, neither.
I'm looking needler. He's fighting you one shot, I think. R1 shocking.
Here. One shot grapple absolute. Legend.
He's pushing me.
One's caution.
You got out.
Caution. Yo, in gold still. One's caution. Don't let it get ball. Look at ball, guys. Absolute R2. Big door, too big. Say up.
Nice shot, Brad. C plat.
Wasn't go too long. Long haul weak. Check.
Still
Long haul one shot check.
You can play mid, Matt. You can play mid here.
Too long. I can't.
I'm saying.
Balls absolute rotating.
You can play when you get
Balls
shields.
absolute rotating.
2 weak long, 3 long, 2 sneaky, 1
All weak. Just so weak, guys. All one.
Give me.
Well, Optic sound locked in. They sound like they want to close this out right now. And one thing I think that you can take away from that is the clear strategy call. They want to keep, as silly as it sounds, Quadrant from having easy ball grabs. They want to keep contesting, keep that pressure on, having established this slight lead in the game.
Yeah, you heard right at the beginning of the listen then, Lucid just saying bait this ball off of the spawn, take some time to just let the clock continue on. TchiK, though, with a little bit of a hold here, keeps the game close, now only within 6 seconds.
APG's got camo, though. But it looks like SLG sniffed him out. Oh, good help coming in from Formal, though, to keep APG alive. Most important player to keep alive on the map right now with this camouflage. Quadrant go into very slender lead off the back of this hole, but they haven't dealt with APG. The ball did get played, so much like we saw earlier, Quadrant, even though they picked up those kills, they now have to fight again, but Optic get the pipe spawn and will be able to at least contest that off-ball.
Was 2 dead. The spawners coming in here, the bottom elevator, might allow them to push out an APG together, but look at APG just staying alive once again. That's what he does best.
SLG will finally take him down here at the bottom of the elevator, as Lqgend has fallen as well. By the way, Lqgend on the side of Quadrant is 30 and 19 in this game, leading the lobby for kills. SLG needs to win this one, but can't. It'll be Lucid who starts to win those individual battles to get Optic going.
Really feels like whenever you have players on Optic winning these key pits, it really shows on the board. He might do it as well. Tries to give him the wiggles, gets caught a little bit on the banister. Industrial grade, that thing will catch you up. 2 dead here for Quadrant.
Quadrant's still in this lead, though, and look at the game clock again. We're coming down to the wire once more. 54 seconds left on the game clock, but Quadrant find themselves 2 dead. TriPPPeY is going to make a move on that ball, but there's the flank from Formal. TriPPPeY is going to get that ball, but gets cut down by Sica. 2 dead here for Optic, 2 dead here for Quadrant.
Well, what a collapse from Optic, however, as you say, answered back by Quadrant. These are big, important kills here coming in.
What a nade. Oh, my goodness. Formal doing all sorts of geometry here, and I tell you what, he might have a little sneaky angle as well. Sica will be dealt with. It's 2 in a row thanks to Formal. Lqgend has to win that one and does. Lucid last alive, but he has the ball in his hands. And once again, he puts Optic into a slender lead.
And he still plays the ball there, holding the ball bottom batteries, of course, very intentionally to keep that ball played, essentially. Camo up. What does TriPPPeY do here on this camo play?
TchiK gets 2. TriPPPeY gets 1. And now he's down to no shield. TriPPPeY has to challenge. Sica needs to get around this corner and survive. He's got no nades to throw either. And with that 1 second advantage, Sica plays it perfectly. SLG has the camo. Optic now has the desperate.
Big camo grab here for Sica. Look at this from SLG. 3 dead.
You are kidding me. 1 second again. 1 second. The difference between the two teams in round number 2. And we go into a deciding round number 3.
What a play there from TchiK. You saw him bottom B stairs. You think maybe he's not focusing on camo as much as he needs to, but instead he gets that double kill, which allows them to then focus tower and trap the elevator spawns. And now Quadrant answers back with late game composure and clutchness of their own. We're tied 1-1 here. Winner of this round will take the game. If it's Quadrant, we go to a game-deciding Street Slayer, a rematch on that game type. However, if Optic takes it, they will close out the series 3-1.
Look at this flank coming in from TriPPPeY here. Sica does manage to take him down, but he's done so much damage that Quadrant are kind of trapped here in a horrible position. Form was in position on pipes as well to pick up the kill onto TchiK. That's going to be shock rifle and Lqgend falling. It's a clean wipe from Optic. They should get ball time here.
Lucid scurries right away, very wisely, back into Whirlpool. He knew the prey. What the? There it is. Okay, a little bit of a berserker glitch there as the ball does come comfortably into the Whirlpool and will now be a pipes hold.
I was going to say, I'm starting to feel that Grapple's going to be really important in this game for getting the odd ball back. We've seen how both teams are contesting, and every time they try and go for an odd ball, the spawner is immediately putting pressure on, making that transition from the open area with the odd ball to somewhere else a little bit more difficult. Also, what's difficult is dealing with Formal who's in this kind of mood.
Oh my, look, still haven't taken him down. Look at Formal's decision making, it's unbelievable. He goes out of Mangler door to check the spot. Even though he committed, he doubles back thinking he can get his shields back. And even in observer mode, you can see how he was lining up the shot. He knew the exact timing on SLG and then somehow stays alive while challenging pipes and batteries as well. This is where Formal is most comfortable. Yet again, it is Optic Gaming up 25-0 off the open.
25-0, and look at Formal, he's still alive. He's 30 and 24 in this game. 18 assists leading the way for Optic Gaming, but Quadrant have picked up a couple of kills to force an opening. Now, where's that oddball going to go? Are they able to pick up these kills conclusively and quickly? The oddball is picked up, the stick comes in, but SLG does get that kill. Optic Gaming will be 2 dead, Quadrant will be as well, but they have the ball in the hands of Lqgend.
Here comes a push here. Formal needs to get over to the ball without getting distracted. If he can force a play ball here in a 1v1, this is huge. He does.
Gonna do exactly that, and he gets the kill as well. Ball reset on the map. And Optic Gaming keep that little cushion here. 25 points to 11 the score. 2 dead on either side once more.
Formal blood in the water there, just wanted to drop down and fly in for the melee. Eventually he gets taken down. Now with Lqgend here in pipes. Same start as our previous 2 rounds. Optic Gaming with a 20-point lead, it gets cut in half. Where do we go from here? 3 minutes left on the clock, everything to play for. Ooh.
TriPPPeY's got away with that oddball though, and he picked up, I think TriPPPeY was playing in a really sneaky corner. Managed to get a couple of kills that just opened up the long haul rotate for Optic Gaming. So TriPPPeY not only doing a huge amount of work with the battle rifle in his hands in this game and picking up kills, but also being a nuisance with that objective. Is 40 points to 11, and even though you can say that that wasn't a great hold from Optic, every time they do have a small hold, it's just extending that lead second by second.
Immediate ball grab as well, because that was an early play ball that came in from TriPPPeY. I was wondering if that was going to cost him a bit. They played the ball very, very early. Good shots here coming in. 1 dead for each side.
TchiK has a shock rifle, and I think he's playing for the reset of the oddball as well. Yep. Well, you not see him flying across the map. 2 dead, 3 dead for Quadrant, but with the positioning, like we just said, should be able to keep Optic off of this ball for a few seconds and also influence where those spawns are going to come in for Quadrant. Lucid's going to peek, Lucid's going to prod. APG does get that kill though, and APG, with that kill, makes decisions a little bit more difficult now for TchiK, who can't quite connect with those headshots.
Formal also just scoops this ball. He just brings it all the way back without challenge. He brings it all the way to C. It's a great little grab there to go B stairs on the route.
And again, this is 10 seconds, right? This little 5 seconds, 6 seconds is adding up here for Optic. 49 to 22 now. And TchiK is going to be challenged once more. SLG gets 1, no play ball quite yet, and it looks like Quadrant want to keep this one on the map. If TriPPPeY can be taken down, then they will keep it on the map. 3 dead for Optic. TchiK! Double kill for him, and that is a hold now for Quadrant.
And 4 dead. Look at the timing there. Eventually it caught up. We saw a little bit of time, as you said, just piecemeal time on the board for Optic Gaming. In the end, after about 3 spawn cycles, it finally cost him 3-man push a tower.
3-man push for tower. Legend's got the camo though, but he's gonna get spotted out. Little flank coming in from Formal. The score is still Optics. They pick up 2. TchiK is gonna be forced to play this ball, and Legend decides to fight for it. Leave those Optic players and maybe play for this grapple to get it back into pipes.
That's exactly what he's going to do. My God, what a series between these two. This has delivered. 6 points separating them now. It's going to be a tie game at 50.
Quadrant go into a lead. 2 minutes 13 left on the game clock. Pressure coming in from Optic though. No trade here for Legend. TriPPPeY gets that kill. 3v3 on the map, and now pipe control is in the hands of Optic Gaming.
This has gotten nervy. You could just feel it on the map. You can see it in every player's point of view. It's a perfect grapple. Probably have that 24-meter maximum beautifully done here as that ball is escorted back, but here comes the pressure.
And here comes the lead change once more. 55, make it 56. Optic into a lead once more. Playball comes in once more. APG will get a trade as Legend is trying to sniff out TriPPPeY, but he's not going to find him. He gets a beatdown, but not enough to get that kill. Ball picked up by SLG, and by not getting that trade, now Optic can collapse. Now Optic can get the kills, and TchiK is last alive, and Optic have now a comfortable lead in this game.
What a play from TriPPPeY. The early play ball allows him to get the juke on Legend at back Hydro. It's absolutely pivotal now as they lead 73 to 57.
This could be it. If Quadrant cannot break right now, Optic Gaming will win this series. Sica trying to make the play. Ooh. Sica gets 2. Sica gets a double. Optic lose 3. Just when the Optic fans started to pick up the volume in here, Quadrant answer back once more.
Immediate grab from SLG, excuse me. SLG's going to bring this ball back right away. Sica's going to pick it up. 1 dead for each side here. About 20 points separating them here. The next kills will decide it.
Sica's got the shot. He needs to do something special. He finds 1. Legend gets another one as well, but Formal has the camo. He's last player alive. But look at the score. It's closing in once again. Formal cannot make a play yet until the rest of Optic are on the map.
What's the Optic play call? They need the first damage here. They need the first kill.
Well, Quadrant a little bit trapped here. APG's going to get 1. They're trapped. And now the play's going to come in. Formal breaks. APG gets 2. Formal plays it perfect. And Formal might have just won the series for Optic.
He's done it. It's a beautiful play call from Optic Gaming. They will close it out here.
97 and rising. 2 more points, and Optic will get their revenge. A 3-1 series victory. Quadrant down to the elimination bracket. But what a series it was once again between these 2 squads.
Are you kidding me with the patience there from Formula's last alive, had no positioning, waits for his teammates to spawn, and it is a SWAT team breach and clear from Optic Gaming to take control of the map, the game, and the series. A 3-1 decisive win in the end, but my God, was it a hell of a series. What an amazing match there between these 2.
Incredible match, overtime in Aquarius. 1 second, 2 seconds, the difference between them in those first 2 rounds of oddball. But even though we're on the point of view of Formal, who of course played it perfectly with that camo, APG getting that first pick again. That's the most important kill in the entire scenario. If APG doesn't get that opening kill, Formal does not have the license to do what he did.
TriPPPeY there taking your main stage. We'll hear from him probably in a moment. That's what you're hearing the crowd react to. But 210 to 190 is your total aggregate score across the 2. I couldn't agree more. By the time Formal gets up to top glass, there's 2 one-shots available for him. Unbelievable teamwork. APG leading the charge there, as you said.
So Quadrant down to the elimination bracket. Maybe a little bit of a reality check for them. Formal with 12k damage in that game. 12.5k, I'm selling him short. Wow. Which puts Optic into the next round of the elimination bracket. We were kind of joking about how we need a break, and to be honest with you, after that series, we might well need a break. And Blaze is going to give us that because he's down on the beautiful main stage behind us with Joey. TriPPPeY's here.